Hey there dudes, so the new dungeon is now here and this should be the new and improved dungeon that they talked about in the update notes, and the special dragon for this week is actually going to be that pretty blue vibrant dragon. But look at him, he's cute, I like him, and he's probably a dragon that a lot of people didn't actually manage to get a hold of in the past, so he is a fire, light and water epic dragon. So this is the new dungeon for this week. Obviously you start off here, you go up here, blah 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 blah, get to the purple chest, open it up as many times as you like, lasts a week. But main thing to note about this special dungeon is that we have pieces for the Ra dragon available, gem dragon, kangaroo dragon pieces, but main thing here is that we can buy these special relics, and we haven't had a chance to buy these relics before now. So you can get a relic of hatching, and this decreases the time that an egg is in your hatchery by 8 hours, or you can get the double egg relic, which is going to be such a good relic if you want to choose the egg that you want, because this might give you the option between the legendary or a different dragon. So this double egg relic is going to be game changing for breeding stuff like dragons of the month, I'm calling it. Then we've got food offers, we have relics of farming, which also decrease timers on farms by 8 hours, which is pretty substantial, and VIP tickets. So this Bottomless dungeon shop is actually pretty cool. I actually am a big fan of this Bottomless dungeon. And so we've got the same quests as normal, but supposedly this dungeon has reduced timers at the beginning and the scaling is different. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I guess we'll find out, right? So I'm going to pop in a couple of these dragons and we're going to go into battle. So the quests that we have are defeat 3 dragons with 1 blow 12 times and perform 10 normal attacks. So let's see how this goes for now. So we'll get that one done. Next set of dragons that come up, oh my god, they're not level 105. Oh my goodness, is this actually working out as intended? Remember how before, as soon as you beat one set of dragons, it suddenly jumps to level 105? Is this the play? I mean, for me it's still not great because I've got 4 dragons at level 100 and the rest of my guys are at like level 70, but this is a good sign. This is a good sign if it's only doing this at this point. Because again, before it was just level 50s, level 105s immediately. But this seems to be scaling gradually, which, you know, for me, it's not going to be ideal still. But this is pretty fantastic overall. So, I'm glad to see that the changes have actually been implemented now, because last week that was sort of depressing because we expected all this new stuff to be coming out and wasn't actually put in, but they've waited until this dungeon iteration to put in the changes, which is pretty cool. And this does now mean that people might actually get to play a bit of the dungeon before they get wrecked, which is nice. And like, we can stone shield up our dragons now and use our 3rd dragon to, you know, just sort of try and get 3 tasks completed, which is pretty cool. So defeat 3 dragons with 1 blow, defeat 12 dragons with a weak attack. Can't really do that with our Archangel dragon here, but you know, it seems like we could just keep going for quite a while now. And this is the way that I sort of envisioned the Bottomless dungeon to be. There we go, we've finally gotten a level 109 now, so that was what, 4 rounds of dragons, something like that. But I don't mind it. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse, I guess. You know, I think I would still prefer a little bit more of a slow build-up, but I've seen the changes, at least it's better than before, right? At least we're making some progress. So, because it is the beginning of the dungeon though, you gotta remember that it normally takes a couple of resets before you can just start mauling on things, because you get the bonus attack multipliers and things like that. But I'm waiting to see if they change hot coals so it counts towards the defeat 3 dragons with 1 blow quests and things like that. Because at the moment, when you use stuff like hot coals, it just sort of doesn't count towards any of the quests. And stuff like infection and pandemic, they don't really count either, which is sort of annoying. So I'm hoping to see changes to those attacks come out eventually. Not saying they need to right now, but no, we're never gonna get this defeat dragons quest done, so I guess we just try and kill whatever we can for now, hey? So there we go, those 2 are dead. We'll pop in these dragons just to farm up some extra hits, farm up some Dragon Fury. Yep, poor little Agaven that getting murdered. My phone's going off. Everything's just popping off at the moment. But, you know, it's still going to be the regular dungeon that you are used to. Which means, for a lot of people, it's probably still going to be kind of boring. But, hopefully, it all works out in the end. We can get some of these new cool rewards. Eventually, we can get that legendary Ghost Dragon. But that's in due course. That is definitely in due course. Like, that legendary that you can get out of the dungeon, he's going to take a very long time for us to, you know, save up the tokens for. And I do not mind spending some of our dungeon currency on those special relics, because they are going to super duper help us out. Like, really help us out during the Divine event, where there's just breeding left, right, and center, here, there, and everywhere. You want to be able to choose what the outcome's gonna be, because that's gonna give you the best chances of getting the legendary nice and quick, so you don't have to worry anymore. But anyway, we've got Dragon Fury. This is probably gonna be our last use before we get murdered by these poor enemy dragons. But it's not too bad, you know, even if we can only get like 150 points, I'll take it. We should be able to open a couple of chests with that. And we got to 20 KOs in the first round, so at least that gives us the plus health also, which ain't too shabby-wabby. But, you know, I'm hoping for one day when we get Nezha fully upgraded that we can finally start, you know, getting truly endless battles where we can take on the level 130s and they can never beat us. But that'll happen eventually. So, this brawl now, we can restart it in 9 minutes and 54 seconds, which is not too bad. So if you wanted to restart it, you could skip that for 5 gems. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you get to do that super nice and quick if you wanted to. I don't really have the time for that at the moment, but let's go and open this first chest. What do we get? Dungeon tokens. That is actually fine. Getting as many dungeon tokens as I possibly can is great for me. Because again, I want those relics, I want those dungeon dragons. If I don't get Vibrant, I don't care. I'm pretty sure I already have it. But that is the general gist of the new Bottomless dungeon. So look forward to the new timers and at least a couple of rounds where you can sort of mess around with the enemy dragons and hopefully get some more tasks done, shall we say, instead of getting destroyed immediately. And make sure that you are doing your solo event stuff, although technically the event is near impossible to complete if you don't actually gem some of the first tiers. But that's just the case with divine events, really, isn't it? But anyway, I think for now that is going to do us. So thank you very much for joining us, and until next time, I will see you then.